All right, so I'm in the apiary today, and it has been a really, really rainy May. So my splits are kind of sucky. I'm really working off of just one hive, and the first queen, who I anticipated having trouble with her mating flight, looks like she is a drone layer. So I'm going to open it up, show you what that looks like, and then we are going to have to kill her. Sorry, but that's how it goes. Otherwise, she will just continue to lay drones, and then the hive will eventually die. So in order to save what is in there, I'm going to replace it with capped queen cell. So we'll show you how to do that today. All right, so the first thing I'm going to have to establish is if I have a viable queen cell to be able to put in there. And so when I looked the other day, I had 2 in here, which means I have to successfully cut one out. So let's see if it's capped. All right, so there's a queen cell. That's going to be really hard because that's like embedded into the wax. And then there's a nicer one on this side that's not capped. You could see it up top there. So what I'm going to try to do, because I like the other one better, is I'm going to try to cut this one out, and I'm going to go kill this other queen, and I'm going to put this on, and if it doesn't work, then I'll have to put a frame in, but at least it'll give some pheromone to this other hive, and it'll stop one of the worker bees from getting ovaries going and starting to lay. So let's see how this goes. So first let's look at this frame. We have a drone laying queen, and if you look sideways, you can see how all of these larvae are being protruding, and they're much larger than what a regular female bee would look like. So when I came in here, I'm gonna put this way, and I saw I had a queen. She was really small. Her abdomen did not look like she had gotten mated. And then the next time I came in, I saw that I had these protruded cells and that the larvae were large, and she's a drone layer. And what that means is that because she never got to go on her mating flight because it was so rainy and cold, because they really need 70-degree weather to go out and do their mating flight, she never got any sperm in her spermatheca. And so she's unable to fertilize the egg. There's an actual section that she can open up and fertilize the egg, or close off and make male drones. And so since there's nothing there to when she opens it to fertilize the eggs, they're all drones. And so this hive will be destined to die because she can only make males. So since there's still some females here, I still have a little bit of a chance to get a queen out of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find her, and this is a great way to practice. I think that's her right there. This is a great way to practice picking up queens. This is her here. Is that her? No. See, she's not that much larger than the rest of the bees, so she's a little bit, and she's fast. So, oh no, that was her right here. This is her. No hair back there, but see how small the abdomen is on this? I'm thinking this could be her. I'm gonna squash this anyway, because if it's not her, which I think it is, it's just so small. All right, so that bee that I just picked up was a female bee that has developed ovaries. I just killed 2 more. Like, they're a little slower, so like this one here, they're a little slower, so they're easier to catch. And they've kind of taken on the appearance of a queen. They've lost some of the hair on the back of their upper torso. So here's the scoop. I just went in on Sunday and there was a queen in here. They must have killed her. And so now I have laying workers. So when I introduce this queen, there is a chance that they could kill her. So I'm going to do it because this is a weird cell. We'll see what happens. And worst case scenario, what I have to do is I'm going to have to bring these frames out into the far field, and I will shake them all off, and any laying workers are going to be too heavy to fly back. So then I can start over again and try to save some of these bees in here. There's not a lot, but you know, it's fun to do this and to learn and get to, you know, working with this. So let's go graft off that and I'm not worried about keeping this in the sun because these are all drones. So I'm just going to leave this open like this, and we're going to go and graft this. These are my grafting tools, very, very antiquated. So I have a pottery knife and a razor blade. So let's see if I can do this. I'm probably not going to be able to video, but I'll show at the end. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to isolate the queen cell like that, and I've kind of pushed all the wax off, and they'll fix that for me after I'm done. And then I'm going to try to scrape it with a razor blade, and we'll put it onto the other wax frame from that newt. All right, so I have it off, and then I'll just check the back of it. I have a live cell on the back of this, so let me see if I can hold this there. All right, so let's take this off. And that's good. I got the whole thing. So the back is all enclosed. So we're going to put that now, and you'll see that they'll clean that all up and they'll fix that. And we have the queen cell on this side, the active queen cell over here. And so they'll just finish that off, and that's a really pretty cell. All right, so let's put that back. I'm not going to waste too much time. I'll bring this, and I'll bring this. Go back over here. All right, and so it hasn't been that long, but it's been long enough. So what I'm going to do is just kind of try to adhere that into the wax a little bit, and hopefully it's got enough pheromone that it'll turn off some of those laying workers. You can see they're all starting to flap their wings a little bit, which means that they're sensing something. You can see that activity. They're trying to, usually that means that they have a pheromone that they're smelling and they're trying to spread it around. So let's get this adhered. All right, so I've gently adhered that, and hopefully it looks like it should stay. Now, they've even like hatched them off the bottom, but hopefully they'll close up any little spots. But I think I got it all in one piece. And then it's already capped, so in about another week, she should emerge, and we'll see if they didn't kill her. All right, so in this time next Tuesday, there should be a queen in here, and hopefully with weather presuming that we'll have a nice fertile queen. And again, lots can happen, but I'll follow back up with this one and see how it's going next week. All right, so I want you to hear this. You hear that? That's them with the pheromone. So that queen's pheromone is already in this hive, like they can already sense it. So that's a good thing.
It only takes about 20 minutes for a full hive to get a pheromone through it. And this is just a little nucleus. So it's only going to take moments for them to understand that they have a pheromone. And you can see them with their, blowing this around the whole hive. So this is very cool to see bees at work. So I'm going to wrap this up today. I'm not going to go into any of my other, I've got a split here, and then I've got my queen castles. I think I have 1, 2, 3 now going. These are a queen castle, so I can do multiple. I only have one hive I'm working with. I lost 30 hives last year. I'm not going to talk about it, but I'm trying my best to get about 6 going this year. It's been cold, so I didn't graft, but I'm going to graft next. I'll show you that. That's pretty cool. But right now, I'm not going to mess with anything I did this weekend, because while they're making queens, if they attach it to a sidewall or another frame, you can pull them apart. So, I'm trying to be careful, especially when it's as volatile as it is right now. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed.